Well, joining us now is one of the most outspoken gun advocates, North Carolina Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson. Lieutenant Governor, welcome to the show. Before we get your reaction first, I want the NRA put out a statement responding to Biden, and they said, quote, "This isn't a real solution. It isn't true leadership, and it isn't what America needs, and that's a shame." I'd like to get your response to Biden saying that these weapons should be banned.
Well, thank you for having me here. What I want to say to Joe Biden is this: the American people have had enough, and what they've had enough of is career politicians like him coming after law-abiding citizens after criminal activity like this happens. Look, we all saw what happened a couple of summers ago. The same people who were screaming to defund the police, that were deriding the police, that were calling the police racist, the same Democrats who have handcuffed police in their city, degenerated police in their cities, and now have cities that are rife with crime, are now pointing their finger at the people who actually have the solutions. You take a look at New York City under a leader, a real leader, like Rudy Giuliani. You look at how he was cleaning up crime. And what did they do? They cried to high heaven that we were violating the rights of these criminals. When Republicans want to be tough on crime, these guys cry to high heaven, but then they allow their cities and their criminals to run rampant. And when things like this happen, they try to blame us. And what's more egregious is they come after people who have done absolutely nothing. The American people are sick of it. We know exactly what needs to be done. And what needs to be done is we need to restore the power back to our police. We need to support them instead of defunding them. And we need to bring law and order back to our streets. If we don't, we're just going to see more.
Yes, we do. Right. Well, the Democrats, Lieutenant Governor, they are not holding back, and they are making it clear that they will do anything to go after America's Second Amendment rights. Listen to Congressman Mondaire Jones say the quiet part out loud.
You will not stop us from advancing the Protecting Our Kids Act today. You will not stop us from passing it in the House next week, and you will not stop us there. If the filibuster obstructs us, we will abolish it. If the Supreme Court objects, we will expand it, and we will not rest until we have taken weapons of war out of circulation in our communities.
This is about transforming, destroying the institutions like the Supreme Court, getting rid of the filibuster. And then on top of that, he calls them weapons of war. Is that really accurate?
It's not, but, let's go beyond that. If this clown, I can guarantee you, if police officers were allowed to do what they need to do to get the guns out of criminals' hands, if they were allowed to go into these communities like Chicago, Los Angeles, New Orleans, go into the drug dens and go into the gang dens and get these criminals, we know where they are. We know where they're applying their wares. The neighborhoods know where these folks are. If police officers were doing what was necessary, like they did many years ago in Los Angeles, like they did many years ago in New York, that clown would be the first one that would raise an objection to try to protect the thugs who are committing these crimes on our streets. These people are double-tongued and single-minded. They are bound and determined to punish their political enemies. And how are they going to do that? By stripping away the constitutional rights of law-abiding citizens who disagree with their socialist agenda. I can go ahead and tell them this. It's not going to happen.
And Lieutenant Governor, on that note, you are receiving some blowback for comments you made about assault weapons. And I got to say, I really respect you for what you had to say. Let's take a listen.
I got them AR-15s at home, and I like to go target shooting and all that, but that's not what they're there for. Now, I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm probably not supposed to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. I got them AR-15s in case the government gets too big for its britches.
Sir, thank you for saying that. It's what we're all thinking. And, your opponents, of course, are calling these comments dangerous, unpatriotic. Governor Cooper saying that. How do you respond?
What I say to Governor Cooper is what's dangerous is we have a governor who has such a basic lack of understanding of our state and federal constitution that he violated those constitutions by telling North Carolinians they couldn't attend church. He was sued. He lost. We have an attorney general who refuses to do his duty. When Raleigh was on fire, when Winston-Salem was on fire, when all those cities across our state were in desperate need for some help from the state, Josh Stein was silent. So don't tell me that I'm dangerous. The people that are dangerous are the ones that are trying to destroy our Constitution, the ones who want to leave our borders open, the ones who refuse to be tough on the criminals instead of trying to be tough on law-abiding citizens. Those are the dangerous people, and the people here in North Carolina know it.
Indeed, they do. Well, Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson, very much in touch with We the People. Thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.